Avast ye scallywags, and welcome back to Space Engineers. That's right, me hearties, we're playing some goddamn video games today, and I've got a lot to tell you. I don't know why I'm Scottish. I'm a Scottish pirate now, a Scottish pirate with new merchandise. That's right, if you want to check out the Reaver Deluxe Edition, as well as the Mushroom commemorative posters, go check them out in the description at www.largelyunemployed.com. Let's play some Space Engineers. The balls may store propulsion, the balls may store power, the balls may even store our productivity, but they do not currently store a jump drive, and that is kind of something we need to work on. It is definitely the key to unlocking the end game for this particular season, and that is to go over there to the identified signals and deal with them. So the engines here are going to need to move. The cargo containers are going to need to move. We're going to need to make the balls a little larger. I'm thinking they need to be at least 5x5, maybe even 7x7. Definitely going to be a rather more prominent feature on this vessel. I'd also like to expand the gap over here. I don't know what you'd call this space, but something with a T perhaps, who knows. That definitely needs to be a little wider, just so that we can accommodate some more, I don't know, Greeblin in that space. If we're going to redo this, we might as well redo it properly. Now, of course, to move the balls, we are also going to have to unpack the cargo containers contained within, which is a little bit of a pain in the A, but oh well, that is just Space Engineers half the time, isn't it? If I go ahead and cut that off, if I were to add some more conveyors onto this end over here, and then just temporarily slap a couple of cargo containers along here. Cargo, I sure hope it does. If I were to do something like, just like that for the moment, right? That's completely temporary. The idea behind this silliness is that those will store what is currently within the balls, and then the balls can be freed up to store other things. And then I do also want to do a little bit more greebling on the actual structure of the ship, so we're going to start off today with a little bit of a time lapse, I think. Everyone loves a good time lapse, myself included. Especially me, actually. I'm the king of the time lapses. That's not true, it's Magic. Magic's the king of the time lapses. I'm maybe more like the Joker of the time lapses, and not the one played by Joaquin Phoenix, but instead, perhaps the one played by a medieval sort of bard. However, before we pull the trigger on that time-lapse, there is one other thing we need to go over, which is the piracy. It is definitely something that we are going to be engaging in. The comments were pretty much unanimous on this. A lot of people had some interesting ideas for balancing it. But the simplest solution I saw, which is if you go down this road, there's no coming back, buddy, unless you got some kind of redemption arc. So, civilians, declare war. I don't know why we had peace. I think it's because my faction was set to accept peace. I'm going to turn that off. And we are now at war with the civilians. That's right, we are the war criminals we hate to see in the world. Oh no. We do also have all these other factions we can go after if we need more resources, but I think we're probably going to be good for now. I have also told Izzy's to start working on creating us the large caliber ammo. That is for the artillery cannons. As you can see, we got 49 waiting, and it's been told to automatically deconstruct all explosives. If you didn't know, if you keep those in your cargo containers and the cargo containers get hit, they will detonate. It's pretty erratic, but it is something I have seen happen. So just fair warning, that is something you might contend with. So let's go ahead and turn on the bots. You'll see my projector was set up there. Don't worry about that. We're going to deal with that later. That's to eventually save the blueprint on the ship. So the bots are going to be constructing these pieces first, and we'll get the time-lapse set up to watch this. And once it's done with that, it will start working on deconstructing this station. And while that's happening, we will also work on deconstructing the balls so that we can expand them. At least that is the game plan for now. And look at that, slowly marching forward. All right, everybody, that's been a ton of fun. I'm going to start the very long process of time-lapsing this. I'll see you all in a little bit of time. Perhaps even a second. Okay, snapping back quickly to do a little bit of design discussion with you. One other thing I have noticed, by the way, is that death is eternal and honestly will come for us all. Death, taxes, and the need to play gacha games on your mobile phone are the only certainties in life. Can you please give me back my tools? So anyway, as I was saying, I have noticed that the nanobots do actually have a setting that allows you to switch them to my grind, the closest thing first. For example, your gacha character, your favorite one. Listen, I don't play the games, alright? It's Stolen Valor. Again, it's always Stolen Valor all the way down. And they have already dissected all of the reactors. And it looks like they're currently going for assemblers and refineries. I didn't even know these were in here. Man, this place is an absolute goldmine. This is... don't touch it. This is basically setting us up for life. I'm very scared to accidentally actually grind this thing myself because I'm pretty sure all of this is going to blow up. I don't know why these aren't triggered by the nanobots grinding them, but they're not, so I'm not going to complain. Yes, we do have some random arbitrary crud in here, and I'm going to assume that says reactor attached to the actual design. I wonder if the person who designed this encounter speaks a Cyrillic language. I wonder. Wait, Cyrillic's not the language, that's the alphabet, right? Could you say Cyrillic language if the language uses the alphabet? I don't know. I'm not that kind of guy. Thruster components are, once again, an issue. We are pretty low, but I do like the new engine cluster design. So we got 4 large grid reverse thrusters with 5 supporting small ions, plus 2 in the middle. But I think this whole central section is going to extend back out again. And we do actually have walkway access. Put my lights back on. We can now walk into our survival kit room. The gravity is a bit wonky still, and that's because the accelerators, the gravity generators on this station are overriding my own. I think there's more of them and they have a higher power setting. But yes, as you can see, we are now successfully grinding down all this stuff, and it is prioritizing the valuables first, which I do appreciate. So yes, we are basically kissing the rock and just gently extracting all of its good stuff for ourselves. Very, very cool. My assemblers are working triple time to make sure all that comes together, but we need to now put down the next major components, which are the first of which is going to definitely be the jump drive. I need to get some welding materials. That's not going to work through there, is it? No, maybe through here. Oh, I saw it for a second. Oh, it's faster just to go inside. We need to go ahead and build ourselves a jump drive. We need to go ahead and build ourselves some large grid reactors to power said jump drive. And we're probably also going to want to put down our cargo containers so they aren't sticking off the side of our warship like some kind of unwanted parasite. Man, can you imagine if you had a that'd be crazy. Magic blur all of that, say nothing. God, one day the UN's gonna find these videos, and I'm so when they do. I guess the assemblers have gotten on to making thruster components, because that's all coming in now. Very cool. I guess we must have had some silver somewhere that I didn't know about. So let's go ahead and build this. I think go ahead might be my new vocal stim. 2023. It's our year. Wait, it's 2025. Oh my god. When did that happen? Jump drive there. I definitely want 2 of these. I think they each have 1,000 kilometers range. Someone in the comment section, please tip your fedora and correct me, because I actually straight up have no idea if that's true. And then we're also going to want some large grid reactors. And why not build the cool boy ones? The warfare reactors. Yeah, son. Look at that. It's just so dramatic for no reason. For no reason. Hell yeah. Give me a couple warfare reactors. These require 2,000 reactor components, which would be an issue if it were not for the about 12,000 reactor components we just pulled off that station that we picked up with absolutely no resistance. It definitely has broken the progression somewhat of this playthrough, but you know what? That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So we need power cells, detector components, gravity generator components. Okay, the assemblers will get to work on all that. That'll trickle through as and when we have the resources. I don't anticipate being able to build this right away, but you never know. Oh, we do have 1 reactor, though. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so let's just connect up the old plumbing over there. And we're gonna wanna connect up the plumbing on this side as well. And this needs to actually connect up to something at some point, which I haven't quite worked out the pathing for just yet. I'd say that looks pretty good. And then why don't we throw in some batteries just behind these reactors as well. Just a couple extra warfare batteries. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I do have these gyroscopes mounted to heavy armor blocks, and that's just in the hope, the prayer that they don't, that you can see their heavy armor block. That's just so that hopefully they don't fall off. Because if gyroscopes detach inside your ship after you get hit, they will do more damage than any projectiles. They are so terrifying. In fact, they make really good armor in PvP Space Engineers, which is not something I play a lot of, but it's something I do know a little bit about. Okay, cool. So we've got reactors, we've got jump drives, we have thrusters, so the propulsion is still stored firmly in the balls. What you will note that we are missing in this whole setup is cargo. And I think we are going to have to just sit that somewhere else. Maybe... Honestly, it could fit right in this space right here. We cut those out. Cut that out. Could I fit this over here? I totally could. And then it just needs a connection right there. And then we also get a connection going through. And my game has crashed. My game has lagged. It has not crashed. We are so fine. We're so back. We never went anywhere. Alright, give me my old favorite, which is the sloped vent. Not strictly necessary, but I do like the way it looks. Although, actually, that being said, I think because we're going to want to push the armor out a block here, we can just do it like that. Okay, you go there, and then we'll do this, give it the same treatment. Okay, that does kind of harsh our reactor vibes here. Oh, we can get up over there. Okay, cool. So we can have a little walkway that goes in there, maybe? I don't know. I still haven't fully decided how I want to encapsulate the balls just yet. I'm so sorry, Keen Software House. I'm so sorry for what I've done to your game. I'll understand if you don't want to work with us anymore. I won't feel bad, I promise. I'll get it. I'll totally get it. What do we want to do now? We need to bring you down. Aha! Finally. Just what I came here for. In fact, we could even use said vents to oxygenate the space. I don't think we're going to be oxygenating the engineering bay, but, you know, it's mostly just because it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But other than that, you know, it's totally doable. We could do it if we wanted to. And this. Okay, now we're all linked up. Oh my god, look at this. I was wondering how we were making those thruster components, and we have somehow picked up an astonishing 777 platinum. That is a lot of platinum. We also have like 1 million iron. I don't know why we thought we were out the other time, but we weren't. We're so fine. We are out of magnesium, though. We got a little bit left in some of the assemblers, but for the most part, we're kind of out. I guess as we deconstruct those explosives, we'll get more. Yeah, we're currently disassembling reactor components, which is fine. We just don't need that many. That's fine with me. All of our assemblers seem to be working on disassembling reactor components right now. And you are making superconductor, which is awesome. I hope we have enough gold. I assume we do. Yeah, we already got one assembler currently working on building stuff, which is why things are taking so long. But that's actually not the worst thing in the world. I'm happy to let them continue disassembling. I'd rather have the resources available than working like this. Okay, cool. So that's done. What we can do now, just to facilitate the transfer of goods and services, is we go here, we copy this, copy, we paste it here. We get to CC. Where did CC go? CC's there. We copy CC's components tag, and we put it here. And then what we do is we remove it from the other ones. So that's at 0% full, right? Yeah, that one's 0% full, so we need to remove the tag from here. And what that'll do is it'll force Izzy's to relocate stuff for us. So we don't have to get the nanobots to do it. This was a mistake I made last time we did this. Okay, and all the components have ended up over there. Alright, so then I should be able to just delete this stuff. So you've got nothing in you. You've got all the ores in you. This is not what I wished for. Okay, so you're the one who needs to not say ores. Gotcha. So number 7 needs to be our ore guy. And you need to not be the ore guy. So the script should run through and kick all that stuff out. There you go. Okay, great. Because then I can grind these down. Oh, and one thing I do want to do, and it's a bit silly, but if I put that there, this isn't affected by artificial gravity, as you can see, but the components are, so they fly away from you. But this is just a way you can stop the components, like, being completely lost. There you go. See, they get picked up. And the same goes for all of this. It's very silly, but it does work. Okay, assemble me some power cells. Make me like 400. We definitely have the supplies for this. And I'm hoping that before it gets all used, some of it will end up on here, because we still don't have them in our... Oh, there we go. There we go. Power cell. We got some. Let's keep like 400 of those in stock at any given time. I think that's enough to repair some batteries, like 5 batteries, and you know, whatever else we come across. Okay, so what do you shy on? You're shy on superconductor. We do actually have everything we need to make that superconductor, so now it's just a waiting game, which is great. And I think you also need a bunch of superconductor. Yes, yes. But if we were to... Are there any more reactors on this station we can pillage? By the way, I did go through this station off camera. There's nothing of value on there. It was mostly just a bunch of empty corridors. I didn't see this stuff when I initially did my first pass through, which is why we missed it. But yeah, it's nothing to write home about, really. Okay, we'll have to figure out the slope of the balls sooner rather than later. We do eventually want to know what we're doing with this space. In fact, we're probably going to end up changing the angle slightly, so maybe we start the turn there and connect. But I do also now want to move out this back a little bit here. So we're going to cut this off and lose all that oxygen. Bye-bye, oxygen. It's great to have you. Got these thrusters as well, because I want to figure out what this new space is going to be. I would like to be able to walk around in here. I think that fits the vibe of this ship as like a mobile base, right? We want as much livable space as possible. I don't mind the height it's currently at. I don't think it needs to go up. It could. I don't think it needs to. I don't mind not being able to access this lower deck. That can just be sealed off for me. We do have artificial gravity, so there is like a clear orientation to this vessel. So I think something like this is fine. Let's build ourselves a floor. And then we'll probably have the walls come in here. And we'll do sort of like one of these. We'll do a sort of like a one of these. Man, that's the commentary you guys come here for, huh? Just that roaring intellect, that absolutely roiling wit, the boiling, bubbling, frothy mind of a madman. That's what you're here for. Oh, I also need to now rename this cargo container to CC, my love. Not XX. That is something very else. That's reserved for Charlie and no one else. I want CC components. There we go. With Charlie XCX. See, not even the witty girl pop jokes make sense anymore. I'm falling apart. This whole operation is in shambles. Just you fold up, pack the whole thing away. We're done. We're done. Oh wait, hold on. You know what would look kind of sick over here? Is to not do it like this, but to kind of drop this space down a little. I think that could look pretty awesome. If we lose a bit of steel, I ain't losing any sleep over it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, quick break from the greebling for a second, because I just had a realization, an absolute epiphany, which is that I can type the word ass into this search bar over here, right? Hear me out. And I can also, at the same time, coincidentally, build 2 more assemblers in this space. Wouldn't that just be something, huh? Because why the frick not, my guy? That's what I say. They actually have to face that way so that the warfare reactor can connect. I love the warfare reactor. Me and the warfare reactor, we go back a long way. Okay, some people say they've got the best warfare reactors in the business. However, my only complaint about the warfare reactor is that it is very, very hard to build around. You gotta kind of get things in just the right place. It's almost like this is an engineering game of some description. I don't know. Listen, I'm not the guy for that, okay? And if you're gonna have conveyor, and we have to deal with all these extra pieces from all the salvaging and whatnot, why not just make it unnecessarily complex by adding in more machinery? Yes, contribute to the lag. So this is what I've got right now. We've got this kind of like docking bay. Some people did say they would really like a hangar bay in the balls. And I think that's totally awesome. I think that's a great idea. So that's exactly what I'm working towards here. I cannot decide if I want it in the roof or the back, but I'm thinking I want it in the back. And this is going to be specifically to house the mini mushrooms, if you know what I mean. This is entirely what this is going to be for. So they're going to fly out from here. I'm just deciding on the exact shape that I want for it. Because they are probably going to end up protruding out back a little bit further, maybe. Unless I move this back a couple blocks here. That could do it. Because they're not huge. And I only really need to store one of them in limbo here to make this work. And we could take this back a block. That could do something for me. Hold on. Also, I must say, I adore how this plastic armor looks. I think it's just so good. I think they actually did such a good job with it. This is Keen Software House I'm referring to here. I think they knocked it out the park. I love the way the little rivets look. I love the way the whole space comes together. I think it is genuinely, unironically, a very well designed piece of Greebling aesthetic. I think it's great job. Good job, Keen. Clap, clap. I haven't decided what I want to do with this space just yet. There's going to be more gyros in there for sure, but I think I also want another turret. Probably a Gatling. So I'm not going to build that in just yet until I'm certain of how that's going to look. So yeah, the shroom, let's go grab one of them, will park down there. Can be this one, sure, why not? They're all roughly the same. And we are probably going to have to refactor Shroom Boy over here just a touch so that we can fit that, we can fit a connector in for him. I think the new update will allow unified docking so that you can have small grid connectors docked to large grid connectors, but I don't think that's in the game just yet. I do look forward to that being a feature, though, if it is coming. Okay, so we need to go out a little bit further, clearly. I'd say we need to go out another 2 blocks, probably. Okay, so this is what I've got to so far. I like the little hangar bay space that this gives us. However, what I can't figure out is how we're going to enclose it, if we even do. Maybe we don't bother, because the problem we run into, right, is these hangar doors are only 2x2s. Now, there are mods you can get that, oh, I do not wish to respawn! There are mods that you can get that allow you to improve that, like to make it bigger. But like you can get different sized ones. The only ones the game offers are even size. There are no exceptions to that. Unless maybe I'm wrong. I don't think there are. They're only like, it's a 3x2, it's a 1x3 block. And in all cases, it is, yeah, there you go, it's 1x3. I don't think there are other options. There are different designs, but ultimately they all do the same thing, which is fill up a 2x, an even-sized hangar. There are no odd, I need a 1x4 hangar door, is what a guy like me needs. So that's a bit of a tragedy. We could do it with hinges, but I don't really want subgrids because I want to be able to blueprint this thing and have it repair, and blueprints can't work on subgrids. That is the simple reason. That's why I haven't done it. That's why I haven't done like custom turrets for the balls either. By the way, for those of you who are asking why I don't do custom turrets, it's because you can't repair them with blueprints. And the thought of manually repairing things in this game makes me want to not play it. So no, we won't be doing it that way. I guess what we could do is cut this off. A little bit of asymmetry never killed nobody, except for all the people it did. What if we do something like this? Break out the old blocky roo here. Just so. And then you give me a full-size block over there. And then I need you to move up a little bit, Chief. And we could fit these in like so. And that could kind of work. And then we just got to figure out how to cowl it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think I can make that happen. Okay, yeah. So then internally, the little hangar bay will look something like that. I think that actually works. I don't think that's as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think that's totally doable. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, no, not like that. And then I want some solid blocks here and here just to fill this space in. Okay, cool. And then that gives us a hangar. And then we do naturally just sort of have this here so we can greeble a touch. You know me, I love greebling a touch. And then I think for this segment, I think I'd want a transition of some kind. Yeah, something like that. I do love these light armor, like these slope transitions. This entire block set is so handy. It does kind of limit how you build, I guess, in a way, in that you end up, you know, with fairly samey designs each time, but I don't mind it too much. And let's just move this up a couple of blocks here so that it sort of transitions there. But yeah, Keen, another Keen W with that one. I do wish the rounded armor blocks would get more love. They're just, the options are so limited, you can't do that much with them. It's a little bit of a shame. Then actually, why don't you just connect up with the main blocks here instead? No. Oh wait, no, I need this one. Okay, cool. So that's what we've got right now. It is a little bit blocky, which is totally fine. We need to go in and prettify that as we have time for it. I'm going to allow the nanobots to basically just kind of keep working on these thrusters. We're slowly but surely getting them all built. Our jump drives are still not complete, which is astonishing to me. I think a lot of our assemblers are currently preoccupied disassembling this space station. And as you can see, we've put quite a dent in it already, which is super cool. Yeah, piece by piece, they are taking it out. Can I cut you apart?
It's me,
Maybe they'll grab that stuff? Maybe not. Oh, no. Alright, just gonna back us out of here real quick, like, don't mind me as I slowly scrape off all the paint I just put on this thing. Oh, actually, we do still need to do a proper paint job on it, but this is the banana's second last stand, or the second last stand of the banana. The banana stands again. I haven't really decided if the new version gets a new name, but it is looking pretty beefy compared to its predecessor. Magic side by side on the screen right now. Bang, boom, look at that. There is a pretty marked girth increase, especially at the rear. You know what they say, the future is stored in the balls. I'm gonna make that joke 800 times an episode. I hope you hate it, because I sure do too. There's one more piece of the puzzle we have to do, which I really wanted to bring the recording back in for. We do have some internal work to have a look at. I did try to get it on the time lapse, didn't quite work. It's not the best system for doing that. It's a little cramped the way the game deals with the spectator camera in small spaces is kind of strange. It clips through stuff all the time. Anyway, that's inside baseball. You don't need to know that. What you need to know is that if we turn the lights off for a second, you'll see the rear of the banana needs a little bit of work, and especially on the lighting department. So let's go ahead and do that while we chat about what's coming up next. So exterior lights, got to click that, and then I got to control click all of this. There is No better way to do this that I know of. Yep. Nope, there isn't. I just gotta click them all. Okay. Alright, so now that we've got ourselves a far more capable battle station with one jump drive, the other one did not build. We are like maybe 130 semiconductors short, and a lot of thruster components. We are missing a ton. Right now we can go forward very quickly. We cannot brake. So flip and burn, still very much on the menu, boys. There is another sort of, I don't know, consideration here, which is that if we're going to take on the Prototech foundries, we're definitely going to want to set up our blueprint before we do anything else, which is why I'm getting all of this set up as well, so that when it gets reprinted by the nanobots, it's in the correct configuration. So what we want to do is, with all of those selected, first selecting your initial group up there somewhere, we're going to adjust the color, and that'll set the color for all of them. We're going to adjust the radius, and that'll set the radius for all of them. And we're going to adjust the intensity, and that'll set the intensity for all of them. We could adjust the fall off. You can sort of max it out, and then the color sort of doesn't disappear. I like keeping it around 1. I think it looks the best, but we can push up the intensity slightly. And then up the radius a touch. Okay, let's go to 7 meters. We'll hit save on that. We don't want to see these. We don't want to see these. And that right now is the golden banana. Oh, baby. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, she's just absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's take a little internal tour. The lighting definitely needs more work. It is still very, very janky. So right now we have a little living space. We've got ourselves a toilet. We've got ourselves a shower. On this side, we have a bar, which is, of course, the essentials, and a bed for us to hang out in and perhaps record a couple of captain's logs. If we move, let's just grab a little bit of O2 on our way out. We do need to pressurize this space at some point. If we head down to the engineering bay, this is what we've got now. It took me longer than I'd like to admit to get the ceiling to look nice, but I think we got it there. It's a little low, but we don't have tons of space to work with. It's all about the way you use it, not about the size, etc., etc. We're going to go up here. We're going to have a look at the side. You'll see that we have 2 screens. I do eventually want to put a reactor readout script on one of them and a battery readout script on the other, but that can happen in the future. And then I think most importantly, we have the wildlife segments. That is right. The life is stored in the balls. Sorry. Le Poisson Steve. Hello. Look at him. He's so cute. That's Steve right over there, if you're wondering. Also, my ship appears to be moving. It shouldn't be doing that. Now, Steve and his twin brother, in fact, I think he's in fact a member of quintuplets. Because yes, there are 2 other Steves over here. No Kevin. No Kevin just yet. We will get Kevin back. For those of you who never knew Kevin, don't worry. You're not missing too much. There are some, however, diehard Kevin fans out there. Kevin's got some real shooters in the streets, let me tell you. Let's go ahead and close those hangar doors. And see if we can't get ourselves out of here and into a better situation. So I'm pretty happy with how that little hangar at the rear turned out. Of course, we're still going to keep this one as well. I'll probably keep the tug in the center bay, and then the other ship, what's the other one called? The fighting ship in the rear. Or flip that script, I don't really mind. One of them, it maybe makes more sense to have the combat ship in the center. Yeah, that would work, that would work. And then we can keep the spares docked to the hull like we've got one over there. We don't have a printer yet, so if we lose these, we don't get them back right now, but that's okay. Printing's pretty easy with the nanobots. Literally all we need is a rotor and projector. We don't have to build a whole printing wall, and I probably won't either. Okay, so what now? Well, we need to get some more thruster components before I consider this episode done. I know you guys have just seen a ton of time lapses and a little bit of discussion, but this has genuinely been like 6.5 hours worth of space engineering to get to this point. So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. I am going to go pick up the civilian signal. I'm going to be scrapping everything I come across. Absolutely everything. Nothing is safe. Nothing is sacred. All of it is mine. We're gonna be taking a lot of stuff away from people in the next few episodes, let me tell you. And of course, jumping to unidentified signals. And I need to set up my new taskbar for that exact purpose. We did lose the connector on the right. I do think I want to put that back. So maybe on my main bar, I probably want my jump drives, right? Probably want my jump drives. Where are you? There you are. And rather than the refineries, we can do that somewhere else. Oh, I think you have to do I don't think you can jump as a group. Yeah. No, I need to grab specific blocks. Righto. So if I go to here and I get the jump drives, if I put them on the toolbar config back on, there we go. Jump drive 3, jump drive 4. I'll switch them over here and we'll just say jump. So now this is set up to blind jump, meaning that we will just sort of jump into the any direction we're facing by, I think it's about 700 kilometers by default. I think that's what it's currently set to. Let's have a quick look at said jump drive. They are currently set to 100%, but yeah, which is 636 kilometers. It's not a ton. I mean, it's a lot. It's actually a lot. I don't know why I said it's not a ton. That is a lot. That unidentified signal over there is probably out of reach, but once those things tick over, there might be one close enough for us to jump to and just take a look at, if nothing else. There we go. Grind them up, boys. Take it all. Okay, but we can actually test this out. So if I were to point myself at that civilian signal right over there, and maybe we do actually want the jump drives on their own tab. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that's probably a good idea. So never mind, let's go to tab 3, and we'll set this up for the jump drive. So jump drive 3 we can have as jump on toolbar number 1. We probably want a way to increase and decrease the distance. I wish it did show the actual, like the full amount. I wish this text just wrapped. I don't know why it doesn't. The game's only been in development for 14 years, so it's understandable if they've missed little things like that. Jokes aside, Keen, if you are watching this, it would be really cool to have, like, block suggestion, dream block for largely unemployed, would be a block you can place down on your grid that charges your player remotely, so you don't have to run back to the med station. Bonus points, maybe you can get an advanced version that heals you too, but the main idea being, it would be really nice to, as you progress through the game, you unlock some quality of life stuff, right? Like a lot of modern games have that sort of feature, and I think this is probably probably something that we might want to look into. It could be pretty cool. Okay, so let's drop the jump distance. I'm going to go all the way down. This would be faster to just go in the menu at this rate, but you know what? I'm committed. Okay, so 17 kilometers, so we'll stop 3K shy if we jump at that right now. Civilian signal right over there. 3, 2, 1, jump. So blind jump, distance 17 kilometers, weight of transported mass 4 milli, 1 out of 2 operated jump drives, everybody is seated, and this will use 100%. We can do all of it. We can achieve 100% of the desired jump. Let's go. Whoa! Hey, there she blows. Okay, so we are now much closer to our intended target. How close to our jump drive was at? It used 2% of the available charge, so not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. Let's go ahead and pick up some speed. We are definitely going to have to flip and burn repeatedly here, but it looks like we've got something on the horizon here. Where is my ramming camera? Let's just take a look. That's a vessel. That's a very large vessel. And that's another waypoint marker. Okay, this will be pretty cool to check out. Uh-oh, I just realized something. I saw smoke coming out the back of my ship. I think I know what's happening. Yep. Yeah, that'll do it. Well, thanks for the free braking. But you could probably chill, but we don't need you to be doing that. Again, nanobots are grabbing everything from that, and now we just need to find those ships that were parked near this thing. It's really hard to see against the sky. Oh man, where did they go? Ah, right there, to my left. Okay. It was just off frame. Gotcha. Alright, let's take this for a little spin here. Let's see what's out there for us to explore. I'm a little concerned that this vessel might be a lot nicer than ours, Temptation will overcome me. Okay, what are you? You're some kind of damaged mining drone? You're some kind of damaged grinding drone. Okay, you've got nothing but a gyroscope left on you. Well, I will take your thruster components in due course. Don't you worry about that. But that's actually not what I'm here for. Dude, where the hell is this ship? There it is. Okay, we got some large grid thrusters. It's very pretty. Control B. You don't have permission to blueprint this ship? Wrong, kiddo. I'm about to take it. Okay, there's the oxygen. How do you get in? It's got a little merge block there, which I like the look of. Ooh, that gives me ideas about our own ship. We could have like little merge blocks. Hey, that drop things off the side. That could be fun. I don't think there's a door. I think we just sneak in. Any chance of... oh, my lights are off. Any... That's a warhead. That's a warhead. That's a warhead. Is it going to explode? I jumped out of my chair. My cat scared. She got so scared she farted. Oh, dude. Oh, the timing. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that is... oh, that was beautiful. That was a work of art. That whole experience. Okay, that's why we don't play with warheads, kids. That's what I thought that factory was going to do to itself. I guess it was just bugged. Because that is absolutely something that I have typically had to deal with in this game. Okay, could you give me my goods, please? Oh, that is funny. Okay, I think I owe money, don't I? For the respawn? Respawn? $50,000. Youch. Okay, so are you worth anything to me then? Maybe. You've activated, even if you can't do anything. Okay, well, I'll take your thrusters. I don't really care about everything else you've got in here. Unless... no, nothing in the cargo container. Reactor, though. With 100 uranium. It's actually disgusting how much they carry. That is enough to fuel a large reactor for hours. Oh, that actually made me jump out of my chair. Oh, so funny. Also, the online over the turned off projectors is just very funny for reasons that I can't quite articulate. Let's go ahead and actually sort that projector out now. So this ship is not perfect, but it's pretty close. We can go ahead and blueprint it. What we do is we go into the projector. We need to turn it on. Wait, hold on. First, turn off the nanobots. I don't want them building anything until we get this in the right place. Then give me the projector. Turn that on. Blueprints. We need to go BLS. Banana. The banana's last stand. The banana's last stand 2, 3, 3, 4. Probably that one. Copy that to the clipboard. Okay, now on tab number... did it one of these? 8. I have adjusted things. Okay, so we don't need to adjust the pitch, yaw, roll, or any of that. So that was tab 8. Tab 9's got the other ones. So that's going the wrong way. So we want to go this way, right? Someone did mention this is how you're supposed to do it in the vanilla game without build info. And I cannot believe I've never thought of it. I mean, I can believe I've never thought of it. I'm just embarrassed I never thought of it. So that'll work, right? That should be good. Yeah, go down, and then you just got to go backwards, don't you? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so control panel, projector, keep projection. All right, so now if I cut off this block, there we go. It gets put back. Oh, fantastic. Okay, cool. So we have, we can now take damage, and the bots will repair it. So if I turn that on, we should be all good. The ship is so asymmetrical that I'm not too worried. We did end up with an extra thruster, though. Okay, didn't mean to get up with an extra thruster. That's just how it was placed, I guess. Honestly, I mean, we're not using that space for anything else, but this should actually be a connector if it's going to be anything. Okay, I do want to test the ship's combat capabilities out a little bit at least. So let's... did I make any railgun ammo before I do anything? I don't think I did. So let's go ahead and make some railgun ammo. We need the large railgun shot. Alright, so once that shows up, there it is, large railgun ammo. And let's keep like 20 shots in the bank, shall we? Alright, so what's nearby? We got 2 civilian signals up to the northwest, or a civilian signal down there. Both of these represent salvage, so let's just head over to this one. We can now up the amount of distance we want to travel. This will put us just behind it. So what we actually can do is accelerate forward a little bit. So this will, if we jump now, that'll put us 600 meters behind it. That is weapons range, so I'm a little bit skeptical about that. Instead, why don't we do like this? Something like so. We're going to have to turn and brake. I was really hoping we would get those thrusters. This is a bit disappointing. Very funny, that explosion, but a bit disappointing. And now, if we go ahead and jump towards this, we should pop out just behind it. Alright, so let's aim straight at the thing, or maybe just below, and jump. So we're going to go 30 kilometers. Let's do it. And kaboom! Oh, that's so much cooler from that perspective, isn't it? Alright, so flip me around. What have you got for me here? Whole lot of nothing, by the look of it. Is there nothing here? It's been blowed up. Okay, not much for me. Oh, no, what am I talking about? There's like a whole salvage right there. The flip and burn thing is very funny for one reason, which is that we approach all of our prey balls first. Which is just, it's just a wonderful sentence to be able to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes the universe just hands you a box of chocolates, Forrest Gump style. And you just gotta say thank you. Okay, so the only reason I even picked this thing up was not for the parts. It was mostly just to get it off my screen. So let's actually pivot upwards. Towards you lot. And let's get over there. Okay, does this thing have anything we actually care about? My gut's saying no. My gut is saying no, and the reason it's saying that is this does not look like it was a ship. Because what I care about right now are thrusters. Lots and lots of thrusters. You got no cargo. I mean, look, you got metal grids. Metal grids are worth a bit to me, so we'll stick around for those. You got a little bit more in here, which is great to see. You got any metal grids in there? Nah. Nah. Nada.
Inventory full.
I'm helping. Yeah, this is straight up just garbage. Millennium garbage. Okay, so what you're really saying to me is that we have incontrovertibly fumbled the bag by letting that other ship blow up. Alright, well, off to the next spot. It's a pirate's life for me. We gotta sail the high seas. And also the sober seas as well. Har, har, har. You know what? Just jump me this way. That stuff's within 5Ks. We're going to it. One second. Okay. How close am I to that salvage? Should be right behind me. And it is. Oh, it's the police! Oh, very interesting. Oh, very interesting. Oh, we're going to be taking that on. Oh, we're absolutely going after the cops. Are you kidding me? They're not hostile to us. Maybe they haven't picked up our transponder. Okay, so this is going to be a surprise attack. Okay, let's go grab some oxygen, and then we're going to tackle this thing for real. This is a big jump up, isn't it? This is like straight up actual piracy now. Not even, this is no longer playing definitely for real piracy. Alright, let's go ahead and lock our target here. And I guess we just kind of gotta pray. And apparently we're ramming. I didn't plan to ram. Could you brake? Could you brake, please? Thank you. Braking good. Breaking great. Turn off all guns just for a moment. Just until we know what's going on. That does look pretty cool. You gotta admit, that looks like a pretty cool station. Be a shame if somebody raided it, wouldn't it? I'm within range. And weirdly enough, it's showing up as a target, but also not as hostile. So I guess the cops have, they haven't got my warrant yet. Well, don't worry. We're gonna show them. We're gonna show them why they might want one. Okay, so that is the SCPD. That's Space Engineers Police Department. That's what SCPD stands for. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of a mech suit that I'm about to bully. Listen, okay, the banter can happen later. Right now, we've got some violence to do. I think I'm not going to use the railgun. It's too close. So instead, we're going to turn you on. We're going to grab control. Where's that ship? There. Okay, so let's lock target on that mech suit. Right there. Deal. Did we get him? Nope, went straight past his head. Try again. He turned. Hey, we got him. Okay, it's a little cluttered. I can't really see what I'm shooting here. Okay, the other one has sprung into action. Shoot high. Oh, did you see that lead? Oh my god, what a shot. What a shot. The Gatling turrets, notably, are not engaging us. Interesting. Okay, you're next. I think I hit the rock. I hit the rock. I don't think I'm hitting him. That definitely hit, right? Okay, what if we shoot there? Nah, there's like a piece of asteroid in between. We're playing this very silly game of hide and go seek right now. Okay, put the Gatling guns on. Just in case we get any missiles coming towards us. You know what I mean? Yeah, there we go. Reputation with SPRT. What? It's a pirate station? That doesn't make any sense. Were the cops raiding the pirates or the pirates raiding the cops? Okay, we're lighting him up. He's disappeared into the night. Never stood a chance. Okay, can I get you to shift targets to the next one? Okay, that one's actually fighting back. Okay, take him out, take him out. Oh no, he's also attacking the station. What? Who's my enemy here? I'm a little confused. Who am I supposed to be fighting? Alright, you know what? Hit him with the railguns. You'll never see it coming. We gotta just remember to aim up a bit, because the railgun's like down to the right. Maybe there? Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Are the reavers coming? I think the reavers might be coming. We can take him. We can take him. Okay, I just shot my own mast, but other than that, we're doing great. I just want to take this thing out before we continue here. Somehow shot low. Why would the bullets not go where the center of the reticle is? You know, that's a design mistake. That's not gameplay. There we go. Okay, the pirates like this, the cops hate us. I mean, I think the pirates still hate us. Alright, well that was dramatic. What have we achieved? Ah, stop shooting. Okay, well that was a little silly. That whole experience. But I guess we just back the station seemed to be out of ammo? Can't tell. Yeah, whatever was going on, it wasn't really doing much for us. Okay, there are a couple of reavers floating around, which is a little scary, but they're not currently coming for me, I don't think. Let's go see what we can do about yoinking all this stuff. I do need to get the balls a little closer, maybe. Just so we can adequately salvage anything of value in here. Now, many of you may think, okay, largely unemployed, this is clearly scuffed gameplay. This isn't exactly a challenge, you know? We came here expecting a battle, and what we've received is a sham. And I say you're wrong, because many of you in the media appear to have missed The art of the steal. Okay, that's right. STEAL. Strategically relocating equipment. Wait, hold on. Strategically transferring equipment to alternative locations. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we're playing by a different rulebook around here. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be 110% on each one. Trying so hard to make jokes without getting demonetized. It's tough out there. It's hard. It's hard these days. Americans are all very angry. Okay, what are you? You are a large cargo container. Not for long, buddo. Where's your... No ammo? Guess you didn't have any ammo. You got nothing for me. A sham. How about you? Nothing? Nothing? No. 12,000 thruster components? Holy balls, Batman. I'm gonna be taking those. I'm gonna be taking those. I'm gonna be taking all of those. Every single one of those. Those are mine. So taking those. Oh my god. What the hell? 114 at a time. Okay, we're building a connector, and then we're taking those. Okay, Millennium Garbage. We're gonna go dock to that cargo container and bring the whole business over. Or actually, hold on. I don't need to do that. I don't need to use you. You're hard to use. Instead, here's what we do. We bring you into dock again, once more, and we just use the tug. Yes, I forget we have the tug. Oh no, he's out of battery. Okay, 4 minutes of power. That's all I need. Right, no, actually, I might need a bit more. Okay, so we need to... Never mind, you're dead in the water. We need to start recharging our ship soon. I didn't think about that. They have run out of power. What I was going to do was slap a connector on that, detach the thing, and then bring it with me, but I think we might just have to do it in a different order. So let's detach this block. Right, that is the one. Yes. Let's put this on it. Just cut off these pieces so we can move it around a bit more easily. Alright, great. And then we got to get the Millennium Garbage after all. Okay, positional maneuvering coming into dock. Zap Brannigan voice for some reason.
It sickens me.
Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Yes. We lock it. Alright, dope. And then we gotta bring this big old girl back. Okay, you're en route. We love that. Let's put another one of these on this side. Hopefully we have the stuff. We do not have the stuff. Because we are gonna dock this thing the old-fashioned way. Now, there is a chance... that, of course, now we could just grind it down and have the bots, pick up the stuff, but there's also a chance that they delete it. I've had issues, like a bug, basically, with the build and repair mod when it's dealing with internal storages that drop, like those little cargo crates. Sometimes it just completely deletes the items inside, including like player tools. This is an issue I have noticed in the past. I don't know if it's a bad interaction with another mod or an issue with the mod itself that's known, but it is something I've seen, so I don't want to deal with that. So we're just gonna do this very sneaky, very silly maneuver over here. Come on now. Come on now. Very nicely. Very nicely. Okay. And we are locked in. We are so locked in. Okay. 777. 7 is proxy. Oh wait, hold on. Crap. I've got the wrong thing. I need to lock this one. Quickly. Locked. There we go. So you should drain. You will drain. There we go. You have been drained. I don't want Izzy's using you for anything else. And then we can grind this all apart. We hoisted 12,000 thruster components, my brother. 12,000. Oh my god, the thrusters are already built. The thrusters are oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. Oh my goodness and my gracious. I have thrusters. I have thrusters all around. Oh, it's been done. What an incredible find. Holy hell. What are you? Are you ice? If you're ice, I could use... Are you very blue? You are ice. I could use ice. I will take all this ice. It's been a while since we've mined anything. It's a nice change. You come here. I want your uranium. How you doing, Chief? Well, you're about to be doing a whole lot worse. $25 uranium. Are you kidding me? Disgusting. Absolutely gross. Small cargo container. Small reactor. Another 25 uranium. Wait, 50. Another 50. Sorry, the word was 50. I'm so shocked I can't speak English. Did you know how much uranium that is for a guy like me? It's a lot of uranium, I'll tell you that much. Okay, you have failed the vibe check. I just want you to know that, buddy. You've hoarded the universe's resources for yourself. It's not chill. Vibes are terrible. Alright, hell yeah. 10,000 thruster components. We're going to disassemble most of that. We'll keep like 2,000-3,000 on us. Well, we need 900 per large thruster. So let's keep enough to rebuild all 4 of our large thrusters at the back there. Which would be, what, 3,600? Yeah, so we'll keep 4K. We'll keep 4,000 thruster components and allow the rest to turn back into platinum, cobalt, and other useful materials. Alright, and I think it's time for us to fly off. If we give you another chance, what's in it for us? Literally absolutely nothing. You know what? You know what? Where are you? I'm going to go into war with you specifically. A Reaver Slayer has detected a target. That is bad. That is 100% coming for me. Okay. Jump drives. If you could be so kind. Why don't we start heading towards that unidentified signal? I think I've had enough of this area of space. I think I'm just wholly done with this place. Why don't we go ahead and jump? Can't be jumped in a natural gravity field? What the hell are you talking about? What words are you saying to me right now? There's no natural gravity. What the hell are you talking about? Jump. We need to leave, man. That Reaver's gonna be here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh god, it's shooting at me. Go. Oh, I didn't enjoy that. I did not. I did not. All right, I think I know exactly how we're gonna finish off this episode, and it's by being absolutely nowhere near any of this crud ever again. Give me maximum jump range. This is definitely the best way to do this, is by hitting number 3 very, very, very often. Does your jump distance scale with your ship weight? Because if so, that's a great balancing mechanic. Which means, you know, conceivably, the furthest we'd ever be able to jump would be like 1,000 kilometers. And I guess we could also just dump a bunch of our iron. That would definitely lighten the load here. All right, ready to jump. The first of 3. Let's go. Oh, and both our jump drives kicked in. Hell yeah! And just like that, we're further from home than we've ever been. Thank you all so much for being here today and for hanging out, playing a little bit of Space Engineers with me and Magic. It's been an absolute blast. Very janky mechanics, but honestly, what do we expect at this point? I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I've enjoyed playing, and as always, we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to check out the merch down in the description. Cheers. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?